Hey everyone, I'm Kevin Bartlett.
And I'm Kristine Strauss, and this is The Real Deal with Baird & Warner, where we cover all things real estate.
For buyers, sellers, renters, investors, and fellow agents. Before we get into our topic and guest for today, let's talk about the activity in the market over the past weekend.
So we saw the biggest jump that we have seen so far on the listing side, and I would say this is the biggest jump that I think we've actually seen since December of last year. So awesome job getting that inventory up. Way to go, sellers.
Keep it coming. On the buy side, I don't even know how to put it into words. We saw just a crazy increase in amount of buyers out this weekend. The numbers were already high the way they were, but the jump was just crazy. We were looking in the 500s of amount of people out looking, and that was a really high number. We were in the 800s last weekend. I looked back 5 years. I didn't see anything even remotely close.
No,
so buyers are still out there if you didn't already know.
Right.
So we have a special guest for me. Joined the industry at the same time. Jennifer Antilez with us today. Jennifer, like I just said, came into the industry at the same time and went through our training together, and it's just awesome to see how well she's doing now.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So it's great to have you on. But today we're going to talk about how at the beginning it wasn't necessarily the easiest road, which is the case for, I would say, probably the majority of agents.
Yes.
Definitely a lot, probably the majority.
Right.
So we're going to talk about kind of how it started for you and how you got to where you are now, which is definitely in a different place.
It is in a different place, so thank you so much for having me. And I think it's a good topic because anybody who's starting, some people have expectations that it's just going to be, I'm going to get in and I've got all these clients and I'm going to make $1 million. And from my transition from corporate America into real estate, I didn't have anybody, right? So you have to start and you have to work every single day and trying to let people know who you are, build your brand. And I think one of the biggest challenges for me was, because I've been in corporate finance my whole life, is that my sphere, my family and friends knew me in the corporate world.
Yep.
So they didn't see me as a realtor.
Right.
And somebody who could help them or help their friends. So that took a little time in that transition, right? So I think the biggest thing was just staying at it every single day, doing something every single day, and then it will come.
Right. That is such a good piece to keep in mind. And so with that too, talking about doing something every day.
Right.
So what did you find motivated you to get through to that next day in an industry where so many people let those frustrations get the best of them?
Yeah, that's a good question. So for me, everybody has their own story.
Right.
And as I said, I came from corporate America. So for coming into real estate, this was something for me. And I was doing it on my own. I'm not working for anybody. I'm an entrepreneur now. And so that drove me to keep going.
Okay.
I want to succeed on my own. And then the bottom line really is put food on the table for my kids.
Right.
So between those two things, in that first year when you've got nothing, talking to so many other agents, it will come.
Right.
Just keep going, and it will come.
Good.
Which is probably hard to believe when it's not coming yet.
Right.
It was very hard to believe because that first year was the first year and the second year, honestly, were difficult.
Likewise, yeah.
You don't have the clients are not just banging on your door because all of a sudden you got your license.
Right.
So you have to work
Wouldn't that
at
be
it.
nice?
It would be lovely, right?
Yeah.
We would be having this conversation. So.
Yes. So was there any specific turning point that kind of got things changed for you, or was it just kind of a gradual, you just kept pounding and eventually things started working out for you?
So it's interesting. I think a couple different things. I think that doing something every single day and keeping consistent. And when I first started, we were doing open houses. Today's market is a little different. There's not that many to do. So my business in the first 2 years really came from people I met at an open house. And then because of the service I provided, right? So what is my brand going to be and what do I want to provide? I saw between the second and the third year, now I'm getting referrals.
Okay.
And so I don't know if it was like an all of a sudden change, but there was a gradual change. Just stay to the course and then it will come.
Okay. So basically you're plugging away, and then once you start seeing results kind of, you feed on results, and then you keep going from there.
Absolutely, because it's different results, and now you can market in a different way.
Yeah.
Right? Your marketing in the beginning, here's who I am. You got to figure out who you are, what is it that you're offering, what is your brand, and then stay true to that.
Right.
I think, I flip-flopped, and I was trying to think, who do I want? Just be myself.
Right.
That worked. And as I got more referrals, then my marketing did change, and who I'm going after and who I'm talking to, and then it expanded from there.
Good. Well, I love that piece of being true to yourself, because I think that is so crucial for agents, whether you're in the business, getting in the business.
Right.
So do you have any other pieces of advice for agents who are maybe struggling with this right now?
I would say, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be in 10 years? And is that really true to your values today? And if those two things match, then follow that path.
Okay, good.
Don't be somebody else.
Love it.
They're taken.
Yeah.
Be you and stay true to that.
I don't think I've ever heard it put that way. I like it.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Very, very good advice, Jennifer. Thank you
Yes.
so much.
Yes, just be you.
Yeah, good. Well, Jennifer, really appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and sharing this knowledge of, some of the struggles, how to overcome that, and how to get past it. And it's obviously put you in a very good spot. So we just really want to thank you for your time today and for sharing your expertise.
Yep.
Yes,
I appreciate it. Thanks so much, and good luck to everybody.
Good. And before we let you go, if our listeners or our viewers want to reach out to you, maybe just to have some more of that one-on-one conversation of how they can, kind of push through, what is the best way for them to reach out to you?
You may call or text 630-267-4418 or email me. But I would say call, really, because I would love to talk to anybody. I've talked to people in the office here. Everybody has a backstory, and I'd love to talk to anybody. And another piece of advice would be reach out to a mentor. Find somebody who can help you when you don't know which way to go. Talk to a mentor.
That's why our office is so great. There's a lot of options for that.
100%.
Sure.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jennifer.
And now a word from Chris Patras with Key Mortgage for our weekly Mortgage Minute.
Hello, today is April 13th, and I'm Chris Patras with Key Mortgage, bringing you the Mortgage Minute. As you know, in this market, it's imperative to be pre-approved before you can make an offer. However, what you may not realize is that until you have a contract to purchase a home and it's agreed upon between you and the seller, everything is in writing, you cannot lock in your interest rate. And this is due to the fact that lenders must go into the market and purchase money or cover their position for those funds for that particular interest rate, for that particular loan amount in that period of time. So in order for a lender to lock in your interest rate, they have to have the details of the property, the purchase price, your loan amount, and your closing date. And the closing date is especially important because depending upon when that is will depend upon how long your interest rate needs to be locked for. So if you're doing a quicker closing, you might be able to lock in your rate for a shorter period of time, thereby your interest rate might be a little bit lower. On the flip side, if you're doing a 90-day closing, you may not be able to lock in your interest rate for 30 days, so you would be floating your interest rate for 30 days and then doing a 60-day rate lock. Now it's more important than ever to make sure your pre-approval is a certified pre-approval, verifying income, assets, desktop underwriting. Then after you go under contract, you can shop different lenders for different rates and fees, because that's when you can actually lock in the interest rate. In the meantime, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is Chris Patras with Key Mortgage, 630-244-2058. Have a great day.
Thanks again to Jennifer for being with us today and sharing her insight on how to really just push through those first few years in the business while you're really trying to figure it out. And to our newer agents out there who are going through these same things, we really hope you give this a good listen and feel free to reach out to Jennifer if you have any questions. You guys are doing great. Hang in there. You can definitely get through it.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. keep plugging away. It's a grind, and it's part of the industry. And as you see with Jennifer, it pays off.
Definitely.
Well, thanks again for joining us. I'm Kevin Bartlett.
And I'm Kristine Strauss. Catch us next time to hear about
The real deal.